It's Katie Clancy, Chief House Hawker at the Cape House at William Ravis, and you are watching The Cape House Show, where we give you the tips, the tools, and the sense of humor you're going to need to get through the biggest transaction of your life. Biggest and getting bigger. If you look at what is going on in Cape Cod real estate right now, I think it is fair to say that Cape Cod real estate is the new toilet paper in the pandemic, right? So, just for rough stats, the month of June, we saw more properties go under contract, become pending. People agreed on a price and they're going to buy this house. More properties pending in June than any other month in recorded history of Cape Cod real estate. That's a lot. And so before we went into the pandemic, we were running a little bit low on inventory. Now we're running even lower. And so we already had an imbalance in the market. Now we have a bigger imbalance. And now, the things that people are doing to buy these houses are giving me like palpitations. People are dropping home inspections. They're paying 20% over asking, sometimes more. And in some of these cases, good luck. I don't know. Some of them are not appraising, which means you might want to buy it for $1.2 million. But the bank says, how about 900? And now what are you going to do? If you didn't put enough money down to get this mortgage, and maybe, well, you know what? Maybe you're using cash. That's fine. But if the bank doesn't agree with you that it's worth that much, you're going to have to cough up more cash to buy these houses. Is that a good idea? I don't know. Where prices are not going to stay like this, values are not going to stay like this forever. So I hope you plan on hanging on to this house for a while, because in the next year or two, we are going to see economic fallout from the pandemic. CoreLogic, who tracks and predicts and forecasts all sorts of, and accurately so, real estate metrics, I say accurately and actually disagree a little bit with what they said recently, but they're predicting an 11% drop in the Boston market in the next year. Now, I think that's a little aggressive, honestly, but they have the numbers to show that that's where we're headed. And most of it's predicated on the fact that unemployment is going to rise, like real unemployment, not just the pandemic new categories of unemployment. People are really going to be screwed. We have businesses, we have landlords, we have tenants who are already reeling from the first round of shutdowns. COVID is coming right back in a second wave, just like everybody said it would, and we're going to have shutdowns that go with that too. Are these businesses going to be able to handle that? Are these landlords going to be able to last another 2 months without rent? It just got extended in our state, in Massachusetts, the eviction moratorium. Now, I don't want to see anybody get evicted, but I also am thinking about these landlords these properties, rent is what keeps them alive. Rent is the income. They're going to lose these houses. We have a lot of carnage coming down the pike. And I'm seeing people do things with houses right now that they did with toilet paper a couple of months ago, and it's not good. They're charging too much for them. They're paying it. People are actually paying it. And believe me, I understand it's driven by a passionate, deep-seated need for a feeling of safety and peace. I totally get it. But I kind of want, snap out of it, guys. Meditate. My God, it's free. There's got to be another way to ride this out, because I am so scared for some of you people who are paying too much for houses, and you are going to be left holding the bag. The bank won't be, because they're like, it doesn't add up. I'm not giving you the mortgage for that. And you folks who are putting your cash, I suppose it's better than the stock market. And if you're going to hang on to it for at least 5 years, I think you'll be okay. But jeepers creepers, it's crazy out there. So I've actually advised my buyers. So some of my buyers have won these properties, but some of them have not. And we've sort of banged our heads up against the walls. We're putting in really good offers. We've got great strategy, and we're getting them, but we're being careful not to overpay for all the reasons that I just told you. And it's getting tiring. We've got negotiation fatigue or offer fatigue, where we just keep, you can only lose so many before you're like, I just need a break. And I'm telling them, take a break till first quarter of next year. or even last quarter of this year. That's when I think you're going to see things calming down. Prices will start to calm down a little bit, and you'll see some sanity return to the market. And some of these people who are starting super high and not selling will start to come down. That's what I predict. Well, what do I know? I've only been doing real estate for 14 years. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so if you are a seller right now, you probably could sell your house for a silly number. So go ahead, throw it on the market, see what happens, because it's still kind of hot and heavy out there. But I'll tell you what, a lot of the buyers are starting to catch on and be like, especially they're shopping for second homes. They're like, I am not without shelter. I don't need to purchase during a time when inventory is as low as the lowest it's been all year, and buyer activity is higher than it's ever been in the history. Like, do I really want to be competing in that market? No. If you don't have to, don't. Just wait. Your time will come. It always does. So that's, my buyers are, putting the brakes on right now unless we find something, just perfect. We're still looking, but we're not going to do silly things. And I don't think you other buyers should be doing silly things either. You got to think about next year too. Okay. In the year after that, I don't know. Maybe we'll play this, next year, this time, July 2021, and prices will still be rising, and I will eat crow that day. I absolutely will. But I am also telling you right now, we have a problem. Our homes are not affordable and becoming less and less affordable. We're not building enough of them to keep up with demand. We need more housing. We need some bylaws to help us get some more housing. Oh, all right, that's it. I'm off my soapbox, but I'm worried. I want you to know that I'm worried. And then if you are a seller, I guess go ahead, do what you want to do. See what happens. If you're going to do it now though, because I think the party's going to be over pretty soon. Buyers, the seller party is going to be over pretty soon. Hold on to your dollars for a little bit longer. Let's jump back into this in another 3 to 6 months and see where we are. You might be in a better position. My 2 cents. Spend it where you will. Come see me if you'd like at thecapehouseteam.com.